Hi everyone, it's Quynhforthewin here. Welcome to Self-Love Live at 5. Most of you are probably watching the replay. So this is episode, what are we on? 16. And for those of you who don't know much about me, I am a self-love coach, been coaching since 2018 and started my self-love journey in 2016. I am a recovering codependent and a recovering people pleaser. And self-love is the lifestyle that I live and that I'm committed to living until I go off into somewhere else. And I'm committed to supporting anyone who is realizing that they need it so much in their lives. And it is the key to living a eventually basically peaceful life. Okay, so let's get into this. I go live at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every single Sunday. This is a chance for you to interact with me live and really get the downloads that I am, personally getting downloads, meaning like realizations and really loud topics that's coming up for me personally, because I believe what's personally that is resonating with me is resonating with you as well. So there's always something to learn about our past. And I'm going to be talking about being rebellious because I definitely have that rebellious nature. So this is for anyone who is noticing that they have a rebellious nature and it is actually causing you more stress, especially with your relationships with others. You would love to have more of a peaceful relationship with others than drama. However, you just notice that you just have this rebellious nature against them. And or also this is for people who are confused and frustrated about why your loved ones are not listening to you. And they seem to be rebelling against you all the time. And it feels very hurtful and you don't know what to do. So I'm going to share a personal story about where I was coming from, where I am seeing where my rebellious nature started. So it all started when I first started experiencing feeling not understood and accepted by my parents. The first memory that I have, because I have good memories growing up as a child. However, when it got to me getting disciplined, getting in trouble, making mistakes in middle school, for an example, things started to shift. So the first memory that things started going downhill with my parents is when I got suspended from middle school, from ditching school and involving myself with these two other girls, writing things on the bathroom wall, joking about a bomb threat. It was a whole big thing. And we had just moved to Elk Grove, California. And my dad is picking me up from school and he saw me. He actually came to school early to pick me up. He went to the main office and he saw me there. And the reason why I was there is because I was already in trouble. They had me sit in there and they were trying to get a hold of my dad, some parent, so that they can come and talk to the cops and all of that. Anyways, that's some information there. Oh, very eventful. So long story short, when I got to the car to go home with my dad just gives me this big smack behind my head. And that experience stands out very loudly. And this continues with me getting in trouble all the time, wanting to go out all the time, and getting scolded by my parents a lot, them giving me unasked advice and always telling me what's good, what's bad, what I'm doing is bad, this is what I should be doing. And so I felt that I was not being understood and that I kept on feeling like I was put in this category of like being a bad child. And so did I feel loved? No. Did I feel accepted for my experience and what I'm going through? No. And so that was very hurtful and I felt very alone and experienced this over and over again. Sadness grew into anger for me. And when I started feeling the anger, this is when I started to talk back. This is when I started going against what they have, put rules on me. For an example, going out only up until a certain time, not sneaking out anymore, things like that. Or actually, I got caught sneaking out. They didn't know that I was doing that. All kinds of things. Like I just started just being this person that got in trouble all the time. And so even to this day, I noticed that I still have this rebellious nature inside of me. I do not act in the ways that I used to act anymore, because there did come a point where I started the self-love journey, where I started to become more aware of my pains and started to heal all the ways that I did not feel seen, loved, and understood, accepted. And I really started to understand where all of my emotions came from. So I do want to say that there has been a transformation between the relationship between me and my parents. I'm way more understanding of them because I've learned to understand my emotions, and that a lot of things that they did was a projection of their pains. They did the best that they could. They didn't know how to communicate. They didn't know how to be there emotionally for their child. They didn't know how to handle situations that they did not understand that they saw me do. Like, why is it that my child seems to want to be going out and she seems to care more about that than her studies, right? Like, there's such a big gap there. So what I understand, looking back, understanding my behaviors, rebellious natures, and even recognizing how it's still in me a little bit, it not only was an explosion of me feeling angry because I'm so hurt of not being accepted and loved. It was a mechanism to challenge what I started to believe, that they didn't care, they didn't love me. So it's almost like my actions, what was embedded in that was like, oh, you want to tell me what to do? You want to continue not accepting me, not trying to understand me? Okay, well, let me just continue to do this, because you don't care about me anyways. So let me just go ahead and do this, do that. Oh, you say not to do that? Well, watch me. What now? Are you still going to continue to not accept me? Are you going to continue to judge me and not understand me and be who I need? So it was a very stressful time with a lot of drama and a lot of tension all the time between me and my parents, especially my dad. I want to say especially with my dad. So I remember, I'm going to bring up another kind of like example of my rebellious nature. I remember my parents trying really hard to come to an agreement with me, because they've realized that I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Ain't nobody stopping me. So they had a request for me to at least text them while I'm out every couple of hours, just so that they're not worrying anymore. And of course, during that time, I was so hurt that anything that they asked me to do, my hurt self was so hurt that I immediately would reject them and not do it. So that's an example of like how I rebelled. And through the self-love work, I have been able to mend things with my parents. And I saw myself yesterday gladly, texting them, letting them know where I was going to be at and when I was going to be home, because I now feel like I am a team member in this house. At this house, it's only me and my parents now. So really feeling like a team, and less of that rebellious nature, because I have accepted and loved myself. So you're right. And on top of that, I didn't love and accept myself because of how other people was treating me. So we will definitely take on how people treat us, and we will just treat ourselves the same way as well. Really deep stuff here. But yeah, the key is the self-love work, because it's highly unlikely that other people are going to be doing that inner work and come to realizations and initiate closing the gaps with you. So if not you, then who? So I encourage you to start on this journey. It is not easy, so that's why people like me exist, coaches. If you're interested in working one-on-one, getting that type of support, the link is above. There are other opportunities to continue to receive self-love content, not only in here, but on my newsletter. So sign up for that. I send out weekly newsletters. And if you have any questions, let me know. I hope that sharing my own personal story brought some light to your own behaviors and also to other people's behaviors. So you can see that the key here is the self-love work, because we reject people and we project our pains onto other people because we are not healing from within. We are not accepting of ourselves. So it's really easy to unaccept other people. So by doing that, the chances of you not projecting and not telling your loved ones what to do, unasked advice, again, all these actions causes someone to feel unaccepted and unloved and not understood when you're continuously telling them what they should do, what they shouldn't do, what is bad, what is good, and giving them unasked advice and criticizing them. Always have something to say when they do something, okay? So I am the product of how that hurt me and how that grew for me to be very angry and rebelled. So let me know your thoughts down below. I know that a lot of you can relate, whether you have someone has a rebellious nature about them, or you notice that you have a rebellious nature about you. Okay, I will talk to you later. If you have a request of a topic that you would love for me to cover, leave it down in the comments, or I actually have a link now if you would like to submit it anonymously. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. Hi to everyone who's watching the replay. I will see you next week. Bye.